Hello and welcome to Topham Chats, the show where I chat to various members of the Rooster Teeth community. This week, my guest is Sam, or Shumble91 on the Rooster Teeth site.
Yeah, that's the one.
Cool. How's it going?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. Enjoying the sunshine.
Yeah, it's pretty nice where I am too. Although over in Belgium, it was absolutely hammering it down. But then again, I'm a massive F1 fan, and that's why I was looking at things in Belgium.
Yeah.
That's beside the point.
No, it was raining earlier, but it's good now. It's good now.
Nice. So, let's start off, as I start every episode off, by asking you, Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter?
Achievement Hunter.
Okay, and why do you say that?
I don't know, like, 'cause I started watching Red versus Blue when I was at school, but it's like the Achievement Hunter that really got me part of the community. I became a member of RT because of Achievement Hunter, basically. I wanted to catch all the videos early and wind up my brother.
Cool. So, did you watch Red vs. Blue and then go away and discover a series on YouTube from Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter and then be like, it dragged you back in? Or was it just that you knew about it and then you explored from what you knew, which I assume is Red vs. Blue?
I don't know, like, because I've always played Halo as a kid. We got an Xbox when it first came out. We got Halo with that. So I watched a bit of Red vs. Blue at school. But yeah, I sort of just left it for a few years, and then I started finding sort of the GTA 4 stuff on YouTube, and then started following the rest of the achievement on that stuff.
Cool. So you discovered it that way through that. What would you say is your favourite series to watch?
Definitely the Minecraft Let's Plays. It's just super creative and just provides so many sort of fantastic moments. It's just absolute joy to watch. I mean, some of them are a bit pants, but on the whole, they're all just really enjoyable. Sort of 40 minutes of just people messing around, having a good laugh with their mates.
Cool. Of the Minecraft ones, do you prefer the ones where they're competing against one another, or the ones where they're working cooperatively, say like Horses or Galacticraft?
The Galacticraft was fun. But no, I think I prefer the sort of when they're going against each other, because inevitably Gavin messes up, and it's all the banter that goes through it. It's really, really quite fantastic, really.
Cool. Yeah, it's definitely like I prefer the cooperative ones. I always bring up Horses when I'm talking about it, because the Horses ones, for some reason, for me, they're just like how I want to play Minecraft and how I want to interact with people playing Minecraft. So when I see the competitive ones, I get all the amusement out of watching them, but it's not something I specifically want to go and do.
Yeah.
So it's just like, these are some cool ideas that they've got here, but for me, it's just like, maybe not. So yeah.
No, the Mega Tower Let's Plays, they were absolutely fantastic, with all like the game lagging out and sort of all the technical difficulties. It's just when that music comes on, it just makes my day.
Yeah, there's so much backlash about Michael having cheated and killed Gavin with the pickaxe, and that wasn't in the rules. They had to kill them with bows and arrows. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, he's cheating, but I didn't feel like it definitely enhanced the narrative of that episode, so to speak. So I was like, just leave it in, and then
No, it was funny because I was watching it. I never noticed it first, and then I sort of saw everyone sort of up in arms on the comments. I was like, okay. And I thought, the thing is, that Let's Play would have gone on for so much longer, and it was getting to the stage where you can see they were all getting fed up with it because it constantly crashes and stuff. And it's just how they remember those little moments and sort of what some of the commentators say. And it's like they constantly, in next play, they're constantly taking the piss out of themselves because of it. It's just absolutely fantastic to see him actually acknowledging what the community's saying and then sort of making it as an inside joke.
Yeah. So like I noticed it immediately and I was just like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sure someone will pick it up later.
They're playing a game. It's not the Olympics.
They're playing a game. It's for fun. So they're here providing you entertainment. So just don't whine about it, because they're the ones that made the rules in the first place, and I suppose they can break them too.
Yeah. No, when Jeff started setting fire to the tower, it was getting so funny to watch then. sort of getting surrounded by flames and just dying and falling down
so many
holes.
big holes just opening up. It's just like, oh god, this is ridiculous. So let's step onto, I guess, the Rooster Teeth side of things and start with Red versus Blue. Have you watched all of it from the beginning to where we're up to now?
Yeah, in bits. I haven't sort of sat down and had the opportunity to watch it all. I know a few friends who watched series 1 to 11 all the way up, but I was doing a dissertation at university, so obviously I couldn't distract myself too much. But I think I started like season 4 when I was at school.
Ah, okay. Do you have a favourite season?
I don't know. Like I liked, I think season 3 actually, because that was when you could see like you get in the hang of the animation style.
There's all the season 3. There's all the divergent storylines as well. Yeah. It's like, oh, this is cool, and they all split up. I'll say that season 4 specifically is my favourite one.
Yeah,
because it is this story. It's just such a good story, in my opinion. I just love all the jokes in that season as well. But...
Well, I mean, I started sort of season 4, season 5. Went back and watched them all from season 1 again. And sort of, I know where that joke comes from. I know what they're talking about now, which is quite nice. And obviously, they've carried on those jokes all the way from season 1, even in season 11 now. They've still got these jokes coming in from like the original sort of Blood Gulch Chronicles.
Yeah, I love that there's a lot of self-referential stuff in it as well. I think that's just like a real credit to the writing that they're still including it and they're still making it funny, which is key to the success that they've achieved.
No, this season's been fantastic.
Yeah. So let's step into the realm of the community site. How did you? What prompted you to get involved in the community site?
I just I joined as a member sort of about 3-4 months ago now, and I just like the people on it. We're all a bunch of weirdos in our own little way. We're all quirky. It was just nice to see people sort of like-minded and actually nice to each other, because obviously you don't get a lot of that on the internet of people generally being nice and sort of encouraging of each other.
People are nice, encouraging. They're passionate about the thing that
and you have a laugh
they're all interacting about. And there's a lot of fun that I've seen in the community as well that really stands out.
Yeah.
And it's just great to interact with people as well.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So you started a group. How long ago was it? About 2 months ago now?
Something.
A month and a half?
Something like that. Yeah.
The Scientists of Artie or Rooster Teeth. How did that come about, and how did you reach out to people and be like, yeah, this is something I'm doing, so join in, to try and get some people involved?
All honestly, I can't remember. I think I made a couple of posts regarding sort of some sort of science articles I found, and some people like Kiwi, who's quite prominent on the site actually. She sort of picked up and we started talking about different scientists that we know around the RT community. And I thought, like, why don't we make a group for us where we can have our own forums, have our own discussion? It's quite nice, and it's sort of gone into sort of like watching a podcast and sort of debating their science over the forums. We've got our own Twitter page. It's just nice, so you can have a sort of proper discussion regarding science. We've got people from all over different fields as well, so you get a nice perspective from everyone.
Yeah, it's definitely great that there is a lot of intelligent discussions as well, which is something that I enjoy, because a lot of the time, I guess outside of what I do for my job, it's all I don't want to say trivial.
It's all silly.
It's not that. It's not serious. And for me, things like the specific scientific discussions, they get me engaged and they get me to think about things that I wouldn't necessarily think about. I can look at things critically and be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 and get a load of ideas from that. But really having some people post, oh, this is some awesome science I've seen recently, or they've discussed this on the podcast. This is one of my favorite threads is that what if your legs didn't know they were legs?
Yeah.
And it's just all these ridiculous questions that have come up on the podcast that just get discussed, and it's really awesome to try and like put things in there. I think I went in first with like, oh, what is the speed of push? And I came up with all these assumptions that you'd need to make
Yeah.
and all this and like designs for experiments and
then
things
all
like that.
physicists got involved.
And they're like, yeah, this is something. It's like, oh, cool. So
yeah, that's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's definitely a group that is it's very niche, but it's okay because the community is the size it is.
Yeah.
That there's going to be people that will get involved, which is great.
And it's nice as well because you've got people who are also like yourself at working in labs, people at university, people just an interest in sort of certain field of science, sort of coming along, having a discussion, and it is really nice.
Yeah, cool. So you started the scientists group. I assume, as I'm sure I'm correct, that you are a scientist. What kind of scientist are you?
Science. I'm a geologist. Some people would argue it's not really a science, but
it's rock science.
Yeah, I look at rocks. I get to spend a lot of time outside in the rain. Yeah, it's fine. I think it's a science because you look at it quantitatively and qualitatively as well. There is lab work, but some people might disagree. We've recently had this discussion actually about sort of how sort of observational science shouldn't really be classed as proper science, and that was quite interesting.
Mm-hmm. Ah, right, cool. So, how did you get into that field? What was it that enthused you and sparked your curiosity about geology?
I'd done it at college alongside geography and really good teachers. And then, yeah, I went to university, found a good university in UK, and just found out it's something I really enjoyed doing, something I'm kind of good at, actually. And now I'm off to do a master's, so I haven't done too bad.
Ah, nice. So, where do you see yourself going with geology, I guess?
I don't know. I quite like engineering. I like sort of remediation and water. So it's really dull, but it's something I really enjoy, something I'm quite passionate about. So obviously trying to explain it to people get sort of funny looks, but it's something I really enjoy, and that's what's important to me.
Yeah, definitely. I can say everything about my job, and I go, I love it, and everyone's just like, that sounds so boring. I was like, no, but that means you just don't understand what I'm doing, which is absolutely fine. But you kind of need to just let people enjoy what they're doing, and yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, I need a job where I can go outside on a regular basis and actually see what's happening with my own eyes. So it's a perfect field for me to do that.
Ah, cool. So you're doing a master's degree. I assume you've already got your first degree. This would be a second.
I graduated in July and off to Aberdeen to do a
congratulations
master's in soil science.
Ah, cool. So yeah, off up to Aberdeen. That's far away.
Yeah, well, I'm living in Stoke at the moment. It's about a 6-hour drive.
Yeah, Aberdeen's quite a nice place. I've been up there a few times.
I've never been yet, so a few weeks' time will be my first time up there when I move in.
There's a few awesome. I'm going to say there's a few awesome pubs up there, but they were there last time I went, and I've stopped drinking since then easily because I stopped drinking 2.5 years ago. But yeah, there's some excellent clubs and pubs up there. Definitely worth checking out should you be a drinker.
I'm looking forward to finding some decent scotch, to be honest. But
nice.
it's the place to go, so.
Fair enough. Oh, my brain's paused. That's great. So, let's take a step back to content, but more specifically, let's step away from Rooster Teeth. Are there any other content makers on, I guess, YouTube that you follow?
I like all like the Veritasium, Vsauce, sort of like the interest and stuff that poses questions that you probably wouldn't have considered before.
Mm-hmm.
As for video games, I cannot stand PewDiePie. He bugs me. So it's like a lot of the Yogscast stuff, Nerdcubed, which is great to watch because it's just mindless and it's just fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And he does his own thing. He doesn't really pander towards his detractors. He sort of does his own thing and enjoys it. So I think that's really important. See someone who makes content every single day and seems to have a good time doing it.
Ah, cool. So what kind of... This is going to be completely different to everything I've asked so far, I guess. What kind of games do you enjoy playing?
I'm quite liking my stuff like FTL at the moment. Because I haven't got an Xbox, I had to get rid of it because it sort of broke and I needed money. But before then, I was playing sort of anything I get my hands on really, because a bit of Farm Simulator. It's really pointless, but it's quite fun to play. The physics are brilliant. Bit of Medal of Honor, and just something that could be mindless. But then you've got stuff like Minecraft, which is quite fun and easy to play. But you can do it with your mates as well. So, sort of, I haven't got sort of a preference, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, the thing I find about Minecraft is actually I can't go into Minecraft to relax. I have to. It's really intense. Like,
I really enjoyed it.
For me, it's just I have to go in and I have a goal. I want to achieve something.
Yeah.
And when I start getting flustered with the enemies and the mobs, I'm just like, oh god! I just start freaking out, and I just don't relax well with it. So it's just like, but I play. I might be atypical, but I know the game Dark Souls incredibly well.
Yeah.
So I will go to Dark Souls to relax, which for a lot of people is completely illogical and nonsensical. But for me, it works perfectly.
Yeah, no, I never got on with Dark Souls. It was too intense.
Yeah. Like originally, it certainly was intense for me, but now I know pretty much everything I should know about it. It doesn't really fuss me.
Yeah.
But like bother me at all. But that's I guess beside the point. So are you a fan of? Okay, so we know you enjoy science. That's something we've established already.
Indeed.
Hopefully, this question leads on from there nicely. Taking another step away from everything we were talking about very recently. Do you enjoy science fiction TV show and films and whole intricate, interesting worlds that are created?
Yes, I'm very much enjoying the Marvel universe at the moment, cinematic universe.
Yep.
I haven't seen Guardians yet. I'm off to see that this Wednesday.
Nice.
But I just like the intricacies. You've got all the TV shows. You've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you've got Daredevil coming out. And you've got all these links to films as well, which is really nice. At present, I'm reading a couple of Halo novels, actually. Like the original ones, so The Fall of Reach and The Flood. And I like the Black Library stuff as well. So the Warhammer sort of 40k universe. That's a big expanded universe, which is the writing's really good. And it's very graphic. It's very fast paced action. Very quite intricate. I really enjoy that.
Cool. I guess I want to ask this question. We'll see how it turns out. Are you a fan of Doctor Who?
Not particularly, no. Okay. I was when I was a bit younger, but I sort of lost track of it because I was working, sort of halfway through Tennant's sort of tenure, and I just never caught up with it because my housemates were quite into it, but because I was working, I was missing out, and obviously the storylines were so sort of convoluted and intermingled with each other. I was sitting there, what's going on here? Why is it happening? So I sort of just stopped watching it. I'm not.
Yeah, and people notice things in Tennant's one. It's like,
oh,
you see that something says Bad Wolf, and if you're not into it, just like everyone's like, oh, you're just sitting there like,
Bad Wolf still confuses me.
Yeah, it's a whole storyline. It's starting again the day that we're recording this, which is actually the reason I asked.
Yeah, my friend's going to cinema to watch it.
I'm really excited for it, so I'm just like, I'm so excited. Yeah. But yeah, oh well. That's that.
Yeah, my friend's going to see it in the cinema tonight.
Nice. Cool. So I guess we have reached the point of the show where I would like you to ask me anything. One question, and I'll try my best to answer it as honestly and fairly as I can.
Well, I guess one sort of, what would be sort of your best but worst superpower? So like you could teleport, but you can only teleport 5 foot at a time, or you could be invisible but only while you're holding your breath. There's something that'd be really cool to be able to do, but there's a big limitation on how it works.
I don't know. I think being able to teleport but not far, that would be fine because you can move around fast enough in a small space that you could just thrash everyone should there be a situation occur. So superpowers to me are weird. I would think this might be. I don't think this is a novel thought by any means, but the ability to have super strength, but what's the word I'm looking for? The downside, I guess, of you might have super strength, but you're now 1/4 the size, or something like that. Something where you don't.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, something like that. Well, he only retains his strength.
Yeah, but it's proportional, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I would find that to be a frustrating superpower to have super strength, but it comes at a cost of being significantly smaller than you are. Although I can't. That's not really that bad.
That would be good for your martial arts, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, yeah. Then you get super strong, and you can punch someone in the shin, and it'd break immediately. It's like, oh, that's actually really convenient.
Yeah.
It's like that. But anyway, I don't know. I'm got to have a superpower, but balance it with a super weakness.
Yeah. So I don't know. You have the ability to make pizzas, but you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I really don't know. It's a very interesting problem to have. Should it? I guess the classic one is being immortal but aging.
Yeah.
It's.
So would you have all the effects of getting old? So once you're past about 100,
yes, you'd just get old. I think that'd be
while
harsh. Being immortal would be absolutely amazing, not being eternally youthful would be a massive drain. I actually came up on a podcast I was listening to the other day that there needs to be a cutoff point. He's like, I think 61 would be my cutoff point for being that old. If I could stay that age forever, that'd be fine.
You'd see too much though. Like if you could live forever, you'd see far too much.
Yeah, I suppose, but
especially the state of the world at the moment, you'd be a bit nonplussed.
You know what? I'm completely out of the loop in what's happening in. I don't want to say what's happening in reality as much as I don't keep up with the news. Yeah. I don't really keep up with.
The world's going to pot.
Yeah, I mean, I know that movie releases come out because my friends say movie releases coming out. I know that games are coming out because people are excited for them. They're like, I can't wait until it comes out. But for me, it's just a case of like, I will just go along with everything, and I don't actively go and search out when things are going to come out and things like that. Really, it's just it's weird to me that like I don't look at news sites. I don't look at opinion pieces. I'm very. I don't want to say I'm like out of the loop of a lot of things, but I don't actively go out and look for newsy kind of things, which is why I guess for me, being immortal probably wouldn't be too bad of a problem.
No, it's depressing, and like obviously you can try and stay in the loop as much as you want, but there's always going to be something that's going to really annoy you or wind you up.
I suppose.
Whether it be politicians, I don't know, some sort of movie, J.J. Abrams sort of decide not to direct a movie or whatever, and then big wars going on. Like there's going to be something there that's going to really annoy you.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, all my current events news typically comes from podcasts, and like
the RT
that's
community.
About where I get up to, and that's about it. So it's really, it's really questionable my knowledge at the moment of anything. But anyway,
the RT community is good for like movies and games and stuff. So you don't need anything else really.
No, for me that's absolutely fine. And if it's a game that the community aren't interested in playing, then it's probably not a game I'm not interested in playing.
Yeah.
So any games that people are interested in, I'll have heard about. Any games that people aren't interested in will just get left by the side, just ignored, basically.
Well, that's why I like NerdCube, because he plays a lot of indie titles via Unity and Steam. So you find out some really cool little games that you probably wouldn't have heard of otherwise. And people like him are really good, sort of Yogscast a lot, because you get all these games green lighted on Steam, and otherwise people wouldn't have heard of them, wouldn't play them. So it's really good for that.
Cool. Right, with that, I think we will start to wrap up. Where can we find you on Rooster Teeth, Twitter? Are you on any other platforms as well?
Search Shumble91 and pretty much everything. I'll be there. Yeah, the RT community, Scientists of RT, join us there. And just add me. I'm a friendly guy. It's fine. But no, yeah, just look for Shumble91. I'm pretty much everywhere.
Cool. Right. And with that, thank you very much, Sam, for being my guest.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening. Goodbye.